sell advertising? You have
We
advertising salesman out?
We do advertising sales. We're actually a free monthly paper, so we rely on ad sales and advertorials strictly.
That's what I was going to say. It is a free paper.
It is a free paper. It's a free paper. So we have, various people that have contacted us. We do residential and business distribution, so we've had various people contact us and say that, they absolutely wanted to receive it in their mailbox every month. So we'll send it to them, but we won't, we don't charge for subscriptions. So.
Now, we had, in those days there were advertising agencies that sent out ads. You have that too?
I've worked with some advertising agencies, usually the corporate agencies or bigger companies work with agencies. So we go through
same way they did then.
Oh, was it? What were some of the big advertising agencies back then? Do you remember any of them that might be around still? 'Cause there are quite a few that have had.
I don't remember the names of them. But there were several.
Yeah.
Not several, but mostly auto dealers and banks and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's when when we get our, not the small businesses, but the big, corporate companies that would advertise.
The same ad that runs your paper will run in several others.
You go through an agency to do so. But did you ever include coupons with your paper?
No, we never had coupons. Coupons weren't advertising inserts. People never heard of them, I don't think. They used to send out, actually in a small town, any flyers or anything like that the stores wanted to put out, they usually hand deliver them.
Yeah. And we get, we do coupons and they do very well. People like to have something that they can, take with them. And it's a good way for companies to measure business as well. So.
And measure how much the advertising is helping them.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Now, do you have any copies of the paper left, tucked away anywhere?
Oh, I did have. I should have gotten that out. I have one someplace, but I don't know where it is. I didn't save. I had some saved once, and I lost them someplace. But other than that, I don't have any. Usually, it was just about a 4-page paper, and a 4-page one. Yeah. 8-page paper.
What was the most rewarding thing for you about running a newspaper?
I think it's working for yourself.
Very true.
It's years later. We were in San Diego, and I was working for a commercial printing company. My wife was working for a country club.
Take your time.
She just said one day, "Why don't we buy a shop? Why don't we buy a shop of our own?" So we bought a little commercial printing place that was going defunct, and actually we got into the more modern stuff in that because we bought one of the first typesetting machines.
Oh, really?
Electronic. It's so much different because it was a flat big desk with a keyboard on it. But we could set so many different types, and it photographed it. It didn't come out already printed and everything because we had to run through on negatives, and then we had to develop that negative and paste them up. So I suppose the biggest reward was working for yourself.
Absolutely. I'd say the same. Getting out into the community is a lot of fun. I'm sure you enjoyed that as well. Just getting to know, all aspects of it and getting to know people. And I like it when people come to me with story ideas.
Oh yeah.
Things they want to see in the paper and making that happen for them.
Yeah. Well, ours, of course, being in a small town is unlike anything you'd probably find here. But people come in They come in for coffee and talk.
I'm gonna just jump in. I remember Wednesday night was the night they put the paper to bed, and after they had all the galleys printed out, they'd go to the cafe next door, and local business people who had stores in the town would come and they'd have dinner together, and they'd all proofread the paper.
Oh, that's neat.
So it was like a social event. And then Mom and Dad would go back and
that's neat.
And then do some more hard work, but that was that kind of that little social event in the middle there.
And community newspapers are very much a community newspaper in the sense that people do get to have a hand in it, you know, whether it's people pitching story ideas or advertising a family-run business, or, you know, some people even write articles and editorials.
They feel like it's theirs.
Absolutely.
So, but it sounds like that over 60 years, spanning over 60 years, with all the changes and how you do a newspaper and all the changes, you did yours in a small town and you're doing yours in an urban area, that bottom line is that you probably both like the newspaper business, but you also are both independent business people that like working for yourselves.
True. And community newspapers, I mean, you can have a community newspaper in the biggest city, and it's still, you know, community newspaper I think really makes a large city still feel like a small town and have that aspect to it.
Oh yeah, I suppose so.